Okay, besties, I'm in the process of moving, so you know what that means. It's time to declutter.
Skincare stopped being about healthy skin and turned into a shopping addiction disguised as self-care. We have been told that clear skin requires 10 steps, multiple serums, endless layering, and a bedroom shelf that looks like a luxury store display. But what if all of this is actually making our skin worse? Because behind the aesthetic packaging and influencer routines, many people are dealing with damaged skin barrier, irritation, inflammation, and empty wallets, all while being convinced that you just need to buy one more product. So today we are dismantling the 10 skincare myths, exposing how overconsumption becomes normalized in the beauty culture, and asking an uncomfortable question: are we caring for our skin, or we are participating in consumerism? Let's talk about it. Over the few years, skincare has transformed from basic hygiene into a full-blown identity and lifestyle. Social media feeds are flooded with influencers applying layers after layers of toners, essence, serums, ampoules, masks, oil, and exfoliants, often presented as necessity rather than optional luxuries. And the result is a generation of consumers who felt guilty for having simple routine. But biologically, your skin does not need constant stimulation to function properly. In fact, excessive layering and overuse of active ingredients can compromise the skin barrier. It can trigger sensitivity, dehydration, breakouts, and chronic inflammation. What makes this even concerning is how the cycle is financially and psychologically engineered. The beauty industry profits when consumers feel their skin is always lacking something, lacking more glow, more hydration, more brightness, more products. 10-step routine was never about just skincare. It became a marketing machine fueled by influencer culture, aesthetic consumerism, and the pressure to constantly purchase in pursuit of perfection. So in this video, we are going to unpack how multiple skincare become normalized, why overlayering can damage our skin barrier, how influencer marketing manufactures insecurity, and why simplifying your routine may actually be healthier for both your skin and also your finance.
The 10-step Korean skincare routine. For cleansing your face, always make sure you brush your teeth first. Also, make sure your hands are clean. The general rule of applying skincare is to apply it in the order of consistency, so from light to thick. The first step is cleansing oil. Remember to emulsify before washing it off. Step 2 is a water-based cleanser. It can be foam, gel, whatever you want. Step 3, exfoliant. I only exfoliate like max twice a week, so do what works for you. Step 4, toner. Step 5 is essence. Step 6 is serums and ampoules. Once everything is really absorbed into your skin, do step 7, which is sheet mask. Step 8 is eye cream. Unpopular opinion, but I actually like to use this after my moisturizer because my moisturizer is actually like lighter than the eye cream, but oh well. Step 9 is moisturizer. Final step is SPF. It's a lot of work, but you'll end up with glowy skin.
Modern skincare industry has successfully transformed overconsumption into an aesthetic. Crowded vanities, overflowing product shelves, skincare fridge, color-coordinated serums, and 10-step skincare nighttime routine are no longer just personal care. They have become a visual status symbol online, and that's where the problem becomes, because skincare is now being treated less like a healthcare and more like a collectible hobby. The aesthetic of abundance creates this illusion that more product equals better skin, more discipline, more femininity, and more self-care. But psychologically, the skin does not interpret excessive layering as luxury. It interprets it as stress. Every cleanser, exfoliant, acid, retinol, fragrance, and active ingredients interact with the skin barrier, the productive layer responsible for retaining moisture and defending against irritation and bacteria. When influencers normalize layering over 5, 6, or even 10 products at once, many people unknowingly push their skin into chronic inflammation. The result is often redness, sensitivity, dehydration, breakout, burning, and barrier damage disguised as purging. Ironically, many consumers then buy more products to fix the damage created by overconsumption in the first place. The skincare industry benefits from this cycle: overstimulate the skin, damage the barrier, sell the solution, and then they repeat the process. That's why we have like skin barrier cream everywhere. These days, even moisturizers now have exfoliants. When people layer most of these exfoliants, of course, your skin is going to get damaged. Of course, you will get this burning sensation because you are layering so much than your skin needs. And the social media aesthetic makes this cycle looks aspirational instead of harmful. Harmful for the skin, harmful for the pockets.
Let's reorganize my entire body care collection. And all of this is gonna go in here. So first, I think I'm gonna use these as my Bath & Body Works shelves. So I put the shower gels up there. I think I'm gonna do other shower gels in this roll. So I ended up putting Lush on this shelf. And we have all of my body care plus shower gels. Now I think I'm gonna put my Arena Fragrance body lotions over here, maybe the body oils on this shelf. I did buy plastic liner so it doesn't ruin the wood. So this is what I have going on so far. This is all of my scrubs. All of my body butters are over here and all of my lotions are gonna be on this side. Okay, quick update. This is what it looks like right now. We have all of my oils, my butters, my lotion. All of my body scrubs are over here. Bitch, are you ready to see the wall all complete? I'm sorry, that looks so good. Now I wanna show you guys each shelf, starting off with the top 3 shelves, which is gonna be Bath & Body Works body washes. And then right down here is gonna be the rest of my shower gels. We have Dove X Crumble, Native, EOS. We have my shower oil. And then right here, we're gonna have our entire Lush collection, which I feel like I'm gonna need a bigger shelf for. Right below, I'm gonna have all of my body butters and lotions, all of my skin potions, the lotion company, EOS, and of course, Canvas Beauty. And over here is gonna be some of my Bath & Body.
One of the most effective marketing strategy the beauty industry has created was convincing people that basic skincare is incomplete, because once consumers believe a cleanser and moisturizer are no longer enough, every additional product suddenly feel essential instead of optional. Now, people are being told that they need a cleansing balm, a water-based cleanser, an exfoliating toner, a hydrating toner, an essence, multiple serum, retinol, eye cream, spot treatment, overnight mask, facial oil, SPF, all before they even finish one product. And what's dangerous is how this spending is psychologically disguised as responsibility and self-improvement. Consumers are no longer simply buying products. They are buying the fear of missing out, the fear of aging incorrectly, the fear of not doing enough. The 10-step skincare, thrives by manufacturing insecurities and then selling consumption as empowerment. Social media intensified this cycle even further because influencers rarely present skincare as maintenance. They present it as productivity. A person with a minimal routine is framed as lazy or uninformed, why excessive routines are framed as disciplined, luxurious, and even aspirational. And it creates what I like to call the aesthetic productivity, where the visual performance of doing more becomes more important than whether the routine is actually beneficiary. The crowded vanity becomes proof of dedication, the overflowing skincare drawer becomes proof of self-care, and spending hundreds of dollars every month becomes normalized because the industry has successfully reframed overconsumption as wellness. But financially, this cycle is deeply unsustainable. Many consumers are repeatedly purchasing products they don't need, layering ingredients that perform the same function, and replacing perfectly on-cycle items simply because a new trend appears online. The result is expired products, clutter, financial waste, and consumers trapped in an endless cycle of chasing perfect skin that marketing itself keep redefining, because the goal is never satisfaction. Satisfied customers stop buying, and that's why the beauty industry constantly manufactures new needs: skin cycling, glass skin, lodging, barrier cream, morning shed routine, preventative anti-aging cream for teenagers. The trend never stops because the consumption never stops.
Okay, besties, I'm in the process of moving, so you know what that means. It's time to declutter. Today, I want to start with my Canvas Beauty products because I feel like some of these have went bad and I need to get rid of them because they're literally just here for decoration at this point. Let's get into it. I'm going to try and take this little stand down. I probably am going to have to do this off camera. Actually, I'm going to set you guys up right here and see if I can lift this on my own, because this is pretty heavy and I don't want anything to break. Holy cow, that is heavy. Oh, I wish you guys... Oh my God. I wish you guys could have seen what just happened. Okay, I got it down and we lost some soldiers, guys, okay? A lot of you were asking where I got this organizer from. I got it on Amazon. Just type in the search bar, water bottle organizer, and it will pop up. So anyway, let's just get all of them out of there. Okay, this is my current stash of Canvas Beauty products that I have here at my parents' house. I do have a bunch at mine, but we're decluttering what's here, okay? Let's do it. So first up is
One of the biggest problems with modern skincare culture is that conversation about skin health has been completely replaced by conversation about products. People no longer ask, what does the skin actually need? Instead, they ask, what products am I missing? And that shift is incredibly profitable for the beauty industry because once skincare becomes centered around accumulation instead of psychology, consumers stop listening to the skin and start listening to marketing trends, influencer routines, and viral recommendation. But skin is not social media aesthetic, it's a biological organ. Its primary function is protection, maintaining the skin barrier, regulating hydration, defending against bacteria, and minimizing inflammation. And ironically, many influencer lead routine actively disrupt those natural function, over exfoliating, constant ingredient mixing, excessive active, ingredients, daily experimentation. One of the things people fail to understand is genetics plays a very good role in skincare. There are people that naturally have good skin. It's genetic. So no matter the product they use, they are not going to get this reaction that normal people do. So you following their trends, hoping to get this perfect skin is unrealistic. See, those routines create a dangerous disconnect between skincare marketing and actual dermatological health. Consumers become trapped in endless optimization, constant correcting, layering, repairing, and purchasing without even allowing the skin to stabilize naturally. But this is why the conversation needs to shift away from products and back towards psychology. Healthy skin is not built through endless stimulation. It's often built through balance, restraint, and understanding how the skin actually functions biologically. Because once we prioritize psychology over aesthetics, the illusion starts to, collapse. We realize that many routines were never designed for skin health in the first place. They were designed for engagement, visibility, and profit for the brand. At its core, the 10-step skincare routine was never really about skin health. It was about creating a consumer who is permanently dissatisfied, a consumer who believes their face is always one product away from improvement, one serum away from perfection, one trend away from finally becoming worthy. And that's why skincare culture has become so psychologically exhausting, to be sincere. People are no longer simply caring for their skin. They are managing an endless performance of optimization. The crowded vanities, the overflowing drawers, the constant product launches, the pressure to keep up with these trends, all of it reflects a culture that profits from insecurity and overconsumption. But healthy skin was never supposed to require financial exhaustion, chronic experimentation, or a chemistry lab worth of products. Because psychologically, the skin thrives on stability, consistency, protection, and even balance, not constant overstimulation. And reclaiming that perspective is important because simplifying routine is not giving up. It's rejecting the idea that self-worth must be purchased endlessly through overconsumption. The beauty industry depends on convincing people that more products equals more care. But real care sometimes means knowing when to stop buying, stop layering, and stop treating your skin like a trend cycle. And this conversation goes beyond just skincare. It reflects a much bigger issue within consumer culture itself, where overconsumption is aestheticized. So maybe the real luxury isn't owning an overflowing skincare collection. Maybe the real luxury is having the autonomy to recognize when enough is already enough. Skincare was supposed to help people care for their skin, but somewhere along the way, it becomes another system teaching people that they were never complete without buying more serum, more step, more trend, more consumption disguised as self-care. But the truth is, many people are exhausting their skin barrier, draining their finances, and developing anxiety around doing enough, all in pursuit of routines that were largely manufactured by marketing and amplified by influencer culture. Because when skincare becomes performatic, the goal stops being health, the goal becomes endless optimization. But the skin is not social media trend, it is not productivity test, and it does not need constant overstimulation to be worthy of care. Sometimes the healthiest thing you can do for your skin is simplify, to stop chasing every viral product, to stop treating consumption like therapy, and to realize that healthy skin is often built through consistency, restraint, and stability, not excess. And maybe the real glow up isn't owning an overflowing skincare shelf. Maybe it's breaking free from the belief that you have to keep purchasing your way into your self-worth. Thank you so much for sticking with me in this video. If you enjoy videos on overconsumption, underconsumption, the influencing, and influencer trend that shouldn't have been normalized, subscribe to this channel, turn on your post notifications so that you get notified anytime I upload video. Share this video to a friend who might need it. I am Blessing, and I'll see you in the next one.